Well, it has been nearly 2 weeks since 17 people were killed in the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. The tragedy has brought back a lot of unpleasant memories for people in Moses Lake. They dealt with their own school shooting more than 2 decades ago. KXLY4's Derek Dice went back to his hometown to talk to 3 people with close ties to that very tragic event. And in the story you'll see only here on KXLY, he found out what they have learned from their experience and the solutions they want to see to prevent another shooting.
In 1996, the Moses Lake community was rocked to its core when Barry Lukaitis walked into Frontier Middle School and killed a teacher and 2 students. So when news spread of the most recent shooting in Florida, their hearts sank once again. But this time, a man hailed as a hero from that day 22 years ago decided to dig deeper in search of answers to how we can stop this from happening again. John Lane has been doing a lot of reflecting, and it led the former Frontier teacher to put his thoughts into words.
I'm tired of sitting back and not doing something and using my experience to hopefully make some changes.
Lane was awarded the Carnegie Medal for Heroism for his part in disarming Barry Lukaitis and saving several lives. He knows teenage years can be a volatile time.
Kids go through so much physical, emotional, social, academic change during that time. Their lives are up in the air.
But Lane and County Prosecutor Garth Dano, who once represented Lukaitis, believe it goes beyond that, to the breakdown of the family unit and increased exposure to violence. With Lukaitis,
totally broken home, growing up in chaos, spent too much time watching video games and the culture of violence.
Arnie Fritz was one of the students killed by Lukaitis. His mom, Alice Fritz, says school shooters are usually kids in pain.
They're just in pain because they're 14 and they're goofy. I think that there were things that should have been done differently for him.
And Lane says when kids are in pain,
they need to get a significant adult involved in their life or a professional and get some help. And it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength.
He also believes there are problems with our school discipline system.
We need to somehow figure out how we can take someone who's in trouble, whether it's truly mental health or it's just a discipline issue, but help them to learn better skills and coping skills.
They all want kids to see something, say something, but
what's the next step? Where does it go? Does it go to mental health? Does it go to the school?
I hope that children would feel free to speak up, but it's not their job to see death around the corner. It's adults that need to be seeing it.
And to that end, Dano, the prosecutor, believes we need added security in schools. Maybe not to stop the initial shooting.
You might be able to stop mass shooting.
And that brings us to gun control.
I am a firm Second Amendment advocate, and I think that responsible adults should have guns, but where that plays out is a really hard issue.
I think it is silly that people have automatic weapons. I think we could do something about that.
Fritz has issues with America's attitude towards guns.
And I would question the spiritual life in America of those of us who feel the need to say that in the name of God, God has said, here are your guns. You can edit it. I just think that's bullshit.
She believes we can protect the Second Amendment, but also
to get rid of children having access to guns and to get a little humble about how horribly we're behaving as a country.
Angry that we did not solve this problem a long time ago.
Fritz and Lane have been impressed with how students in Florida have spoken out to demand change.
I'm hoping that their voice really gets heard now.
I hope they don't lose the fervor to try to make good changes, not just with guns, but about things that happen in school and health issues.
Lane, Arnie Fritz, and the other victims of the Frontier shooting are forever enshrined in this memorial, where the people of Moses Lake hope their experiences here in '96 can offer help to survivors of school shootings from Freeman to Florida and maybe stop it from happening again. In Moses Lake, Derek Dice, KXLY4 News.